everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, today is the day we've all been waiting for. The Premier League is finally back. Tonight, Arsenal play their first game against Brentford. This is going to be my match review, and I know I usually don't film before the game, but to be honest with you, I just got really excited, so here I am. I thought I'd quickly talk a little bit about my thoughts going into the game, react to the lineup, and then I'll be back tomorrow with the actual match review. So let's get into the video. So how am I feeling going into this game then? On the one hand, I'm super excited. Football's back, the Arsenal are back, what's not to love? Whereas on the other hand, I am feeling slightly apprehensive, slightly nervous. I mean, not a lot has changed since last season. The absolute shambles that was last season for Arsenal. The personnel's basically exactly the same. We've not really sold any players. We've not really signed any players. I mean, we've signed 3. Only one that walked straight into the side though. So it's definitely a nervy time being an Arsenal fan right now. The toxicity? Is that a word? I'm not sure. The negativity around the club is really widespread. I think a lot of people are sort of expecting the worst going into this game. Of course, it is against Brentford, newly promoted side, a side that has not played in top flight football for 70 years, so they have a point to prove for sure, but so do we, so I am super excited to go and watch the game. I'm currently waiting for the lineup to come out. Of course, news broke earlier that Aubameyang and Lacazette were both out due to illness, which for me, in my opinion, is a massive blow, but it does give a couple of our youngsters a chance. I'm expecting to see Martinelli up front. I'm hoping that is the case. If not, Balogun. I really don't want to see Willian as a false 9, honestly. I think that's what a lot of people are expecting Arteta to do, because Arteta just makes some bizarre decisions. Of course, he is the manager. I'm going to put my faith in him, trust in him that he will pick the right lineup. But I personally would love to see Martinelli. I'm going to be coming back in approximately 1 hour's time to react to it. You guys will see my live reaction. So that's going to be exciting. Hopefully it's not a negative reaction. I think we've just got to get behind the team, back the boys, and hope for the best for this one. So I'll see you guys very shortly. Right guys, I am back. The lineup's now out. I'm going to put it up in front of me on my laptop and just react to it. So let's just pull it up now. Okay, so we have got Leno in goal. That's a given, let's be honest. Chambers, White, Pablo Mari and Tierney in defence. Perfect. I mean, that is the strongest defence in my opinion with Gabriel out. So I'm very happy with that. Xhaka and Sammy Lokonga in midfield. Again, really happy with that. Obviously, it's a shame that Partey is out, but Lokonga looks really promising. If you watch my video, my Welcome to Arsenal video for Lokonga, you know that I really like him. I think he is a really promising youngster. I think he's going to show us what he can do tonight, and I think he'll have that experience with Xhaka next to him. So again, very good decision. Then up front we have Smith Rowe, Pepe, Balogun and Martinelli. Honestly, that to me is the strongest lineup Arteta could have gone for, so I'm really happy, I'm not going to lie. I'm glad not to see the likes of Willian, Bellerin, players like that who I personally really wanted to see leave Arsenal in the summer. So yeah, I'm actually buzzing with that. I'm now more excited than I was earlier. Now I've seen the lineup. So come on Arsenal, please do not let us down. Go get the 3 points and start the season off with a bang. What's up guys, it's the next day now, and of course last night we lost 2-0 to Brentford, and honestly I'm not surprised in the slightest. I was obviously going into the new season with hope. Hope that things maybe have changed, but honestly, new season, same old Arsenal. Another really shocking, disappointing performance last night. Nothing's changed at all since last season. If anything, actually we've got worse. Based on what I saw last night, it was pretty dreadful. I'm just gonna make this very short and sweet, because quite honestly I don't want to let Arsenal ruin my whole weekend. That's the problem with playing on a Friday night. It can ruin your whole weekend, and I'll tell you now, this will definitely not ruin my weekend. I'm not going to let it, even though I am really disappointed and just depressed right now that Arsenal are in such an awful state. So let's get into the review. Okay, so to put it bluntly, last night, defensively, we were absolutely awful. One of the worst defensive performances I've seen from us in quite a long time, I'll be honest. Toothless going forward, complete lack of organisation, no leadership. It was honestly like watching a group of players who have never played together before. Everything was so disjointed. It just really was not enjoyable to watch at all. If we're all going to be honest, it was just a real big mess. Let's talk about the goals then. The first one, of course, was scored by Canos. It all started from that last-ditch attempt by Callum Chambers to keep the ball in play, stop it from going out for a corner. He clears it straight into the path of Canos, who then drills it into Leno's near post. And quite honestly, the saddest thing to admit here is that when that goal went in, when we conceded that first goal, I lost all hope of getting back into the game, which sounds ridiculous because it was only the first half, but honestly, from watching Arsenal in last season, previous seasons, when we go a goal down, I just lose all hope. I feel like we're not going to get back into it, and I don't feel like that when I'm watching any other team, any other Premier League team. I think, do you know what, they'll probably fight back, they'll probably get an equaliser, but last night I just didn't feel that. I thought we looked really lacklustre going forward, nothing seemed to be coming together, and yeah, that is when the disappointment and the depression restarted. And then moving on to the second goal, definitely the most embarrassing goal of the two. It came from a long throw-in, which in itself is really, really embarrassing. No one took responsibility. There was no organisation whatsoever. Nobody was challenging for it, and Brentford won the header and scored the goal. And at that point, honestly, even though I'd already given up, this was the point when I thought, oh my days, we are in a total mess right here. I felt really, really numb after the game, I won't lie to you. I just feel really, really hopeless right now. I can't see things improving. Nothing's changed from last season. We've brought in, Ben White is the only sort of first team player we've brought in. Obviously, Lokonga did have a good game last night, but Ben White wasn't brilliant. I'm not going to think too much into that. It was literally his first game for us in the Premier League, so I'm not going to dwell on that too much. But honestly, we are, in my opinion, probably 4 or 5 new faces away from being a good team. Right now, if things stay the same, we don't sign anyone, we're just going to keep declining. The club's going to keep moving down and down the table. People were joking last night about relegation, but it genuinely could be a problem for us that we could face this season if things don't change, if the system doesn't change, if we don't bring in new players, if we don't clear out some of the deadwood. We've all been saying this for what feels like the longest time, but nothing's changing. And to be honest with you, when you hear Mikel Arteta's talking, it doesn't sound like much change is going to come, which is very, very worrying. I suppose I better also talk about Arteta. I know you guys are going to be commenting down below asking if I am now Arteta out, because you seem to do that on every single one of my videos, especially when we lose. I made a video around 6 months ago saying that I would give Arteta until a few games into this new season, after he's had a pre-season, and just to hope, to pray that something is improving, to see something happening. And quite honestly, the only thing I can see happening is us getting worse, us declining. So my opinion on Arteta is that he is walking a very, very thin line. Honestly, the next 2 games, we're very unlikely to win them, let's be honest. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I think Chelsea and Man City could essentially thrash us, which could be very, very embarrassing for us fans, the club, Arteta. There is a strong chance that he could get fired, but then on the other hand, I do think the club will back him until literally death. So I really don't know what's going to happen with that. I think if we lose against Chelsea, lose against City, don't bring anybody new in, and I mean somebody good, not just a youngster who has no experience, then for me, Arteta has to go. Something needs to change, something needs to give, and if we keep playing in the system we're currently playing in, then nothing's going to change, and I just cannot watch this club that I love so much go into a decline. So for me, if Arteta has to go, Arteta has to go. I've backed him. I don't see any improvement, so that is my stance on that situation right now. Anyway guys, like I said earlier, I'm going to try and not let last night's performance completely ruin my weekend. Yes, it's depressing. Yes, it's sad to see our club in this mess, in this state, but I'm just going to try and forget about it for now, look ahead to the Chelsea game and just hope and pray that they do not absolutely annihilate us, because I cannot deal with any more embarrassment. Yeah, things are looking pretty dire. I really don't even know what to say. I feel like I'm falling out of love with the game because I'm just not even excited, not hopeful anymore. Hopefully things can change. and I'll see you guys all very soon. My next video probably will be my match review for that Chelsea game, so let's hope it's not embarrassing, and I'll see you guys all then. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you are new, that really helps the channel, and I'll see you guys all very soon.